All right, so remember that logs are written as this form. Log base b of a equals x. So they answer the question, what exponent do I need? I can't write as fast as I can say it. What exponent do I need on b to get to a? Okay, so let's remember what exponential and log form looks like. So, exponential form, we have a base to an exponent, I'm just going to abbreviate that, equals our argument. Okay, and in log form, we have log base, whatever the base is, of the argument equals the exponent. Just remember from our song that a log is just an exponent, so the answer to the log is the exponent. So let's see what these look like. So here we have log base 4 of 64. What is that? Well, the base of this, we can switch it around into exponential form. We have a base of 4. So what exponent do I need on 4 to get to 64? Well, that would be 3. And then this one has a base of 6. What base do I need on 6 to get to 216? Well, that would also be 3. So log base 6 of 216 is also 3. Log base 4 of 16. So I have 4 to what power equals 16? Well, that would make x equal 2. This one's a little tricky. So we have 3 to what exponent do I need on 3 to get to 1 over 243? So now remember, the idea is if you have a fraction, then it's probably going to be a negative exponent because negative exponents give us fractions. So 3 to what power gives us 243? Well, that would be 5. So 3 to the negative 5th would give us 1 over 243. So in this case, x equals negative 5. That would be the answer to that log. All right, so what power do I need on 5 to get to 125? Well, that would be 3. Wow, I just a lot of 3's here. What power do I need on 2 to get to 4? Well, that would be 2. Ooh, here's a tricky one. What power do I need on 343 to get to 7? Well, a negative exponent wouldn't work here because negative exponents always spit out fractions, and we don't want a fraction. So let's think about, could I change 343 into the same base as 7? Yeah, 343 is the same as 7 cubed. So this is 7 cubed to the x equals x. So that's really 7 to the 3x equals 7. Okay, now that 3x has to equal 1, right? Because 7 to the 1 has to equal 7 to the 1. They have to have the same exponent. So what does the x have to equal? Well, that would have to equal 1/3, right? If I multiply that by 1/3, I'd get 3 times 1/3, which equals 1. So in this case, log base 343 of 7 is 1/3. All right, what exponent do I need on 2 to get to 16? Well, that would be 4. What exponent do I need on 64 to get to 4? Well, again, it's not a fraction, so I'm not going to be a negative exponent, so I can just switch 64 to be 4 to the 3rd to the x equals 4. And then what does x have to be so that gives us just plain 4? Well, x is going to have to be 1/3. So the log of base 64 of 4 is 1/3. And finally, we have log base 6. What exponent do I need on 6 to get to 1 over 216? Since it's a fraction, I know it's going to be a negative exponent. And with negative exponents, let's see, 6 to the 6 squared is 36 times 6, so that would be x equals -3. So log base 6 of 1 over 216 is -3. So these ones are just converting between log and exponential form because we have two variables, so you're not actually solving them, you're just trying to switch them around. So this would be, we just switched base, exponent, argument, right? So this is going to be log base 1/5 of y equals x, right? Because a log is an exponent, so the answer to the log is an exponent. So we're going to switch this around to exponential form now. So we have the base of u, an exponent of v, and an argument of 15 over 16. This one's going to be log base 9 of x equals y, because the answer to a log is an exponent. This would be 7/4 to the y, because the answer to the log is the exponent. This would be log base 6 of x equals y, because the answer to a log is an exponent. Are you sick of me saying that yet? Good, because maybe you'll remember it. That's exponential goes, the base is u, and the exponent is 16. This is going to be log base b of 123 equals a. Whoops! Forgot to turn that one on silent. All right, base is v, exponent is 4, argument is u. This would be log base u of v, and the answer to the log is the exponent. This would be 2 to the u equals v, because we have the base, and the answer to the log is the exponent, and then the argument. And let's see, this is log, our base is 8, our argument is a, and our exponent is b. And this is going to be y to the negative 8 equals x. Perfect.